What's going on, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls and fellow YouTubers? I bid all of you welcome to this Starship Aesthetic review about the Lockbox ship, the grand prize, actually, the Acheros, or Acheros. I have no idea how to pronounce it the right way, but here we go. I mean, I am here at Starfleet Academy. Oops, wrong button. I'm here at the Starfleet Academy, and I'm here because I just wanted to show you guys some different sceneries. I mean, all of you guys have been here and have seen this place a lot of times, but I thought to myself, why always start this recording at Earth Space Tech? So change of scenery, change of pace, as it were. Now I'm going straight to the exchange right now because I want to show you guys how much this ship cost as of today. Not cooled Acheros right now on the exchange, and today is the 26th of April, and this ship is costing 735 million EC. Now there are two ways of obtaining this vessel. That is the normal way, where you can obtain it through these mastery keys by opening log boxes, the not cool log boxes, and through the exchange. Both of them are really expensive. I've gotten one, and it costs me a lot of dilithium and also a lot of Zen, because I opened in excess of about 200 log boxes that I opened with mastery keys, and to be honest, I didn't pay a dime in real currency. I just exchanged a lot of my dilithium for Zen, and then with the Zen I bought mastery keys, and then I opened it up. To be honest, as the dilithium exchange prices are going up and up these days, it's crazy, I tell you that. But anyway, the two options, log boxes and keys, or through the exchange. And this is the information about this ship. The forbidding silhouette of the Acheros-class Battlecruiser was designed to instill fear into those that behold it. This agile battlecruiser is capable of spreading out of nowhere and to deliver a devastating barrage of weapons fire, thanks to the ability to use battle cloak. Really cool to see this on a ship. The Acheros is not as durable as many of its ships in its class, but it's compensating by having a very high level of maneuverability. And we're going to talk about this maneuverability because this ship maneuvers like crazy. This starship features a lieutenant tactical / pilot and a lieutenant commander intel / lieutenant commander universal / intel specialist bridge officer seat. The not cool Acheros Battlecruiser comes equipped with the unstable Entanglement Platform universal console. Once deployed, this fearsome device will draw in nearby enemies with a powerful tractor beam. Once the enemy starship gets close to the platform, it will explode, dealing heavy kinetic damage that bypasses a portion of enemy shield. Additionally, after this platform explodes or is otherwise destroyed, it will leave behind a harmful radiation cloud that deals heavy shield damage over time, as well as some shield penetration radiation damage. Nice! This platform, this universal console with the unstable entanglement platform is really good. It is kind of like a gravity well with a little bit of a what's the thing called, the plasma wake that you can throw out of your ship. So it has like a tractor beam, so it's going to pull enemies to one spot in particularly, and also that radiation cloud that it's going to emit after it's been destroyed is like eject more plasma, so it's going to deal radiation damage. Really cool to see that in action as well. This console provides a passive boost to maximum hit points and accuracy. This console mod can be equipped in any console slot. It may only be equipped on Nakul Starship, and also you may only equip one of these mods at any given time. After achieving level 5 in the Nakul Acheros Battlecruiser Starship Mastery, you will unlock the Temporal Ally Starship trait. While this Starship trait is slotted, you will summon a Temporal Ally if you suffer damage while one of your shield facing is critically low or depleted. When this ally is summoned, you will become briefly immune to damage. Your temporal ally will fight alongside you and deal damage to your enemy for the duration of this ability. A little bit of the statistics of this ship. They hold strength of 38,250 hit points at level 40. 43,987 hit points at level 50 and 51,000 hit points flat at level 60, and also a shield modifier of 1.15. 5 weapons on the front, 3 weapons on the aft, kind of like a scimitar variant. With these weapons layout, 3 device slots, the bridge officer station. I'm just going to skip this right now. I'm going to show that in a later stage of the video, so stay tuned for that. Console modification, 3 tactical, 5 engineering and 3 science, a base turn rate of 12 degrees per second, and this is that high level of maneuverability that these guys were talking about in the description of this ship, because usually battle cruisers, as this ship is one in its class, they tend to have a turn rate of 6 degrees per second or 7 degrees, and I've seen 8, but that's as high as it can go as in base turn rate. But this one has a 12 degrees per second. That is coming real close to a escort type turn rate by default. So this thing is going to turn like crazy. An impulse modifier of 0.18, an inertia rating of 50, plus 10 to weapons and plus 10 to engines power. Can load dual cannons and also dual heavy cannons, and also has that battle cloak device, and also that universal console unstable entanglement platform. And also the Starship Mastery package comes with the Battlecruiser option, so the absorption plating, enhanced weapon, enhanced plating, armored hull and temporal ally. That's that Starship trait that we're going to talk about a little bit later on. Right now I am at Starfleet Academy, and there is no option for me to customize this ship, so this guy is really happy for something. Maybe it's because he's in the video. Hey, you just made it on the video, dude. Be happy about that. So I'm gonna go on Earth Space Dock where I can start customizing this ship. So here we go. So here we go, Earth Space Dock. Now I already unpacked my ship in my enthusiasm, so so I already have it selected. So I'm just gonna go to the customization NPC when we can start customizing our starship. Here we go. Customize your starship. Yes, customize the starship. Now I've seen this thing in space already, because it is really good to fly this ship, and as it's stated on the description of this ship itself, it is fearsome, it is scary looking, it is awesome, to be honest. This red color up here that you guys see all the way through to the aft of this ship, coming toward like yellow orange color over here, it is really good when it's like on the dark side, when it's not being illuminated by the sunlight, the sun rays, and the light that the sun emits. And it's gorgeous. It's really gorgeous. Look at this nice pattern overlay on the hull, and also on top, and also on the bottom of this ship. This ship is really cool to see. Unfortunately, we only have one template and we have an interior. We don't have a window type and we don't have different material types as well. Can we change color? No, we can't. So not a lot of customization. We do have a pattern overlay that we can equip. And yeah, I'm not gonna do the pattern overlays because with the pattern overlays you can obviously change this ship and make it look like, I don't know, like something like that, or bluish, you know, whatever fancy you might have. But I'm not gonna go that, so I'm not gonna go that way. So let me just go to none just to make sure I don't purchase anything. I'm just gonna click on cancel. Are you sure you want to cancel your ship changes? Yes. Now this portion, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go, I'm obviously going to make a forward roll, but I'm gonna go into space, and I'm gonna go into space because I want to show all of you guys the difference in like the reputation shields that is going to change this ship in its class, and it's going to make this ship look very scary and totally different than what you guys probably see in this ship in combat, what it's going to look like. And it's really awesome, I can tell you that. Let me just move a little bit away so we can have this ship a little bit better being lit up by the sun, as you guys see right here. As you guys see, it is the normal Mark 10 visuals on this ship is being displayed right now, so nothing fancy, just normal visuals that you guys can see. Really cool, really nice. And let me just get a couple of really nice screenshots. There we go. Now let's start by equipping the adaptive Mako space set on this ship, and there you guys can see how this ship is going to change. Just making sure I got all the 3 pieces of the adaptive Mako space set. Let me just zoom in. There we go, so you guys can see the finer details on the hull, and it is awesome. This ship, look at all of these patterns that you guys can see being displayed on the hull. It is gorgeous. And always you guys can see right here the engine wake, and also up here near the tail of this ship, and that unique sound that these deflector dish makes, and obviously that awesome glow that is being displayed on this ship. It is gorgeous. Look at that. That is just gorgeous to look at. I mean, some of you guys have seen this ship in combat in like special task force missions and stuff like that, because this ship has been out for about 2 weeks right now, but it's still rare. And I do want to apologize to you guys. I usually make these kind of videos like when the ships come out, usually the first or the second day, but I had a couple of real life issues that I needed to overcome, and that is why you guys have seen these Starship aesthetic reviews about these ships a little bit later. Like, it's 2 weeks that this ship has been brought out by Cryptic, and I have to say they did an awesome job. I mean, it is totally different to what kind of ships that we usually play with in Star Trek, and it's gorgeous. The Aegis space set is being displayed right now, and the Aegis always performs by adding a couple of white lines throughout the hull and these nice engine output or engine wake. And it is gorgeous to look at. Look at that. When it's not being illuminated, but the sun is like totally dark. And look at that. It comes to life when it's being illuminated by the rays of the sun. And the same thing goes for underneath. Real cool to see this ship. And I do love it. I am absolutely crazy about this ship. The Borg space set is going to be displayed next, and also the Borg console to make it official. All of the Borg junk are being displayed right now, and it's always funny with that deflector dish. It's always like out of proportion to the ship somehow, and it's like always too big for its own good. But it kind of works with the mass of this ship. It's really big, and as you guys can see, a lot of Borg details, a lot of Borg junk that I always call it. And these nodes are part of that universal console right here. There are 4 on each side of the ship, 4 on the aft, 4 on the front. Nice engine output from the Borg space set. And to be honest, I was expecting a little bit more of the Borg details to be emerged from the ship's pattern overlay, to be honest. But it is still good. I mean, you can still definitely make out that it's being displayed as a Borg visuals. Real cool, real nice. You guys can see all over the place. And one thing that I absolutely love, that they brought up a new visual tab with season 11.5. When I was started like a couple of years ago, like 2 years ago or something like that, started making these kind of videos, the visuals and aesthetic reviews. I started saying like, maybe we need a tab for just for the visuals, so we can separate the visuals from the real statistics of the space set that we are going to equip. And maybe Cryptic has seen those ships review videos that I did, and they thought like, well, you know, that's a good option, let's put it up there. But right now I'm just doing it the old-fashioned way. I can also do it up here, but right now I'm just doing it the old-fashioned way. And we just had the Aegis, so we're going to go to the counter command space set. And let us also remove the Borg console, because that is not part of the counter command space set. Oh my god, look at that. That is just, isn't that like gorgeous? Right here you can see that awesome wake engine output from the counter command space set, and also these dots that you guys see on the hull being displayed on top and also on bottom right there. Oh, that is just cool to see. That is just awesome. And also when it changes color, man, that is just gorgeous. I do love this new feature that they're putting up on ships. Like when it's not being illuminated by the sun, it totally changes its color. That is just gorgeous. I'm absolutely in love with this ship right now. Even though it costs a lot of EC, and not a lot of people have that amount of EC, but it is one of the best looking ships out there, to be honest. Wow, look at that right here. A darkish red. Oh wow, right here, darkish red to the yellow orange color. That is just gorgeous. That is insanity right there. Moving on, this is the Delta space set. Now, do we have all 3 pieces? We do. Here we go with the Delta space set. Now, in my other videos, I'm not particularly fond of the Delta space set. in the ship visuals, because it's like plain. It's like, you know, there's no salt and pepper to it. It's not, you know, it's not really sophisticated. It's just plain. But I mean, look at this. Look at this. When it's changing color, when it's like when it's being lit by the sun and when it's not being lit by the sun. Right here, you guys can see it. It totally changes to that dark reddish glow, and right here as well to that like bright red color, and it is just awesome. It works on this ship. I mean, it doesn't really work on the other ships. It's like, you know, no, I haven't seen anybody that is like really particularly fond of this Delta space set, but on this ship it's just gorgeous. It is just gorgeous to look at. Look at that. It's phenomenal. It's phenomenal. Okay, the Dyson space set is the one that is going to be next. We do have all three pieces. Look at that. That is just, oh my god. Isn't that like the best ship visuals that you ever seen? That's crazy. I love this pattern overlay right here. This is my favorite ship by far. I am loving this part right here. The bright red, the white, and that little bit of yellow underneath or at the back of this ship. That is just gorgeous to look at. And as always, look at these. Like, it kind of looks like it's like veins or something to a skin. It's like really poor, and like the veins are up there, you know, filled with blood or anything like that. Kind of reminds me of like bones or something like that has like these cavities, and kind of reminds me of that. But it's awesome. Let me just display the transformation again. Oh my god, that is this part right here. Oh, that is just gorgeous. And also when it goes to dark, it also fits, man. It's really nice. By far, this is one of my favorite ships out there right now. By far. This is like in its own league. You have like the normal ship visuals with all of the visuals, like different ships and stuff. And this is totally on a different league. Totally on a different plane of existence. Okay, the Iconian space set, because we have been drooling on this ship a lot. The Iconian, here we go. Wow, look at that. That is just, that is awesome. The Iconian engine wake out there, Iconian deflector, and also the visuals that you come equipped when you equip the shielding of the Iconian reputation. Oh wow, look, did you guys see that darkish color when it wasn't being illuminated? Look at that. Oh wow, look at this right here. That is gorgeous. That is oh wow, even underneath them as well. Wow. Oh, do you know what this thing reminds me of right now? Wait. Kind of like oak wood or something like that. It's kind of like that. There's that grain to it. That is just awesome. That is just awesome to look at this ship. The Jem'Hadar space set. There we go. With the Jem'Hadar space set that kind of turns this ship into pinkish. It's like it's like girly. But it kind of works on this ship. I mean, it's not that girly. Look at that. it was like reddish, and now it's like pinkish, white pinkish, and now it's like totally red, totally. Oh my god, that is just wow. I'm in love with this ship. If you guys could see me right now, you would see a huge smile on my face. The Kobali space set doesn't offer any changes to the visuals, so I'm just gonna display it just a little bit so you guys can see it's just the normal Mark 10 visuals that have been displayed. And I'm gonna move on real quick to the Mako space set. And we had the adaptive space set, that was the first one, but this one is the Mako, so the normal Mako. And that is just, this is just an awesome looking ship overall. I mean, the shape of it, it's really nice. It's kind of like a starship should be, like, you know, a little bit scary, a little bit daunting here and there. Nice. Just nice. We already had the Nukara space set is up next. Yep. Oh wow. Oh my god, look at this. Oh my god, when it's like, oh wow. Okay, when it's like being illuminated by the sun, it's not really that. Oh, but right. Oh wow, right here. This is the money shot. Oh wow, this ship. Oh wow. Jesus. Whoever designed this ship, wow. This ship is gorgeous. And its turn rate is really, really nice. I do have a couple of traits and stuff like that that might help the turn rate of this ship, make it like a little bit faster than it normally should be. But oh my god, this right here, this red color that they made, that is just wow. I could look at this ship all day. God damn. The Omega space set. This one. 1, 2, 3. Here we go with the Omega space set. Look at that. That is just gorgeous to look. Wow. Underneath, that is a totally different ship design layout. Wow. Did not expect that. Wow, this is gorgeous. I think I'm in love. The quantum phase, no difference to the ship's visuals, but let me just display it just a couple of seconds so you guys can see that I am right. Riemann space set. 1, 2, 3. Oh my god. Are you guys seeing this? Wow, I'm just speechless. Now this part right here, this, oh wow, this is, if there was any competition, this ship has just blown that competition out of its league, out of this planet, out of this universe. This ship is gorgeous. Riemann space set. Oh my god. And this part right here, you guys usually see this kind of, it reminds me of like monogamy wood and like oak wood that you usually see in like like really expensive cars, like in Jaguars or wow, this is just gorgeous. Usually around like really expensive like private boats and stuff like that, or in Bentleys they have these type of consoles. Wow, this is just gorgeous. On the dashboard they usually have these kind of wood inlays. Wow, this is just gorgeous. On a Bentley, it's kind of like a Bentley, a ship that is the Bentley in space. Up next is the Romulan space set. Romulan space set kind of makes this ship work for its oh wow, the visuals underneath, real nice. Nice darkened areas, and that is being illuminated by the bright green, not really bright green, but the greenish glow from the Romulan space set. And let's see on top. Oh wow, kind of diminishes a little bit up here. You don't see a lot of patterns, but it's good. It's good. Even the Romulan space set, it works on this ship. Wow. Okay, let's continue. The Soul Defense. No visuals there. But just equipping it. So you guys can see. We do have a unique engine output though. Kind of similar to the Mako. But no differences to the ship's visuals. Just the normal Mark 10. Oh, get back there. The Solony space set. No differences in the visuals. So moving on to the Terran space set. Terran space set can obtain through the Terran reputation, obviously. Oh wow, oh my god, this is wow, this ship has surprised me a lot. Nice deflector animation, nice engine output, and a totally gorgeous looking ship's visuals on this ship. Wow, from the Terran reputation. That is just wow. The wow factor on this ship is like through the roof. Wow, this is just gorgeous. Look at this. And when it's like going to the shadow side, oh my god, this part right here, this is just gorgeous to look at. Oh wow. This is just gorgeous looking ship. What else do we have? We just have the Breen. The last one of all of the visuals is the Breen reputation space set. Oh, look at that. That is even with the Breen even with the Breen space set, it kind of works. Oh, this is, oh my god, this part right here, when it's like totally changes when it's not being illuminated by the sun, it totally rocks. The Breen space set is kind of a obsolete space set. It's like one of the early space sets that you could obtain. I think it's the first one actually that you could obtain throughout the various Breen missions that you could do, like Cold Comfort and stuff like that. I don't remember all of them, But I know the Cold Comfort was one of the missions that you can get. I think it was the engines that you can get from the Cold Comfort. But oh wow, this is gorgeous. This ship is awesome. To be honest, if I had to choose, it was going to be really difficult between the Riemann space set, because it has that expensive look to it, if I can call it that. This part right here, oh wow, oh this part right here, this is just gorgeous. The Riemann space set is one of the contenders that I love, and also the Dyson, and particularly the part when it becomes illuminated by the rays of the sun. Right here, this is just gorgeous. That color, that is just crazy. But anyway, I already displayed all of the ship's visuals. Now I'm going to keep this space set because I really love it. The Starship Masteries. Level 1 plus 25 physical and kinetic damage resistance rating. Level 2 is going to increase the critical severity by 15%. Level 3 plus 25 all energy damage resistance rating and plus 25 radiation damage resistance rating. Level 4 is going to increase the ship's hull hit points by 10%. Level 5 is that temporal ally. That is that starship trait that you can unlock. When receiving damage while a shield phasing is depleted or critically low, you're going to summon a temporal ally for 90 seconds. That can be triggered once every 90 seconds, and 90 seconds is a minute and a half. And to self-immune to damage for 3 seconds. So you can restore all of your shield hit points. Now let's go to the bridge officer stations. Now I just set this ship up because I want to have a little bit of survivability, a little bit of firepower, and a little bit of healing as well. And I don't recommend you guys doing this because this is something I just set up to have a little bit of defense, a little bit of offense, and not a lot of time has been spent setting these guys up. But we have a lieutenant commander universal station / or intel station, a lieutenant universal station, so you can put everybody you want up there. We have a commander engineering station. This is a battle cruiser, so survivability is one of its main focus. A lieutenant tactical or pilot station, and as you guys see, a lot of offensive abilities as well, so you can dish out a lot of firepower with this ship. As you guys saw, it has 5 weapon slots on the front and 3 on the aft, so you basically put turrets on the aft and like beams or dual heavy cannons on the front, and you're going to dish out so much power. And also a lieutenant science station, so you can put a lieutenant bridge officer there with 2 space powers. It has a normal deflector, impulse warp, and shield, and as I said, 3 weapons on the aft, 5 on the front, 3 device slots, 5 engineering consoles, 3 science consoles, and 3 tactical consoles. Now it also comes equipped with these universal consoles, the unstable Entanglement Platform, and as you guys see right there, plus 3.3% maximum hull capacity, so that's going to increase your hull hit points, and plus 10% accuracy to your weapons, so that is also nice. So it deploys the unstable entanglement platform, deploys a level 61 not cool unstable entanglement platform. God damn it. How many times are you going to put the entanglement platform up there? While entangled up to 15 seconds at maximum, minus 96.3% turn rate, minus 83.3% flight speed. So it is basically a gravity well. Enemies within 5 kilometers are pulled towards the platform, and upon contact with platform, 18,564.8 kinetic damage in 5 kilometer radius, and damage diminishes over the distance. 50% shield penetration, and creates a radiation cloud with 2 kilometer radius upon death. That's going to deal 685 radiation damage every 0.5 seconds, and it's going to ignore the shields. And also 358.3 old shield every 5 seconds, and that is minus 358 shield hit points to the enemy. So that is really cool to see, and also really nice of these abilities, as you guys saw. But this console is part of a set, and this is the first piece. There are 3 pieces in total. If you have the second piece as well, it's going to get you the second set, the not cool plasma conduct. So it's going to increase plus 50% plasma projectile weapon damage, and plus 15% plasma energy weapon damage, and 10% recharge time reduction on tactical, intel, and pilot bridge officer abilities. So dealing a lot of firepower, as they stated while we were reading the information of this ship. A lot of firepower that can be dealt with this ship. And if you have all 3 sets, or all 3 pieces, you're going to get set 3 enhanced plasma barrage, double the plasma barrage bonus damage from plasma barrage vulnerability. That is this ship in its entire form. One thing that I didn't show you guys is the small bridge. Let us get there. And there are spoilers. Spoiler alert right here. If you haven't done the mission Temporal Front, it is basically the same room, the same area. And hopefully we're not going to get a disconnect right now. Okay, this is a first. Oh, up to 30 seconds. Server not responding. Well, we're not. As I was saying, spoiler alert. This is basically the same room as the one from the mission Temporal Front. So you guys can see, when you were doing the mission Temporal Front, you entered throughout here. This is where you transported in, and I love these animated doors. These are like, it just adds a little bit to the overall feeling that you get. And this is usually when the enemy is spawned in, and you have these massive fighting scenes, or fighting going on with the NPCs. And this is also another room up here that enemy is spawned in. Same as here. Nothing really cool to see about those rooms, just a small circle, as you guys can see up here. We do have a console that is going to give us access to a count bank. And that is basically it. I mean, a lot of these consoles access the library files, and also my chair. A lot of these consoles are like, you know, not really, I haven't seen anybody use these consoles while they were like in the Starship Bridge, but it's there to be utilized. There is an option up here to contact the duty officers, and that's the tour of the bridge. I mean, it's not that big compared to like other starships, but it has its own unique bridge, and that's awesome, with its own unique viewing screen that is folding the universe in half. You guys see that? It's folding the universe in half right here. But that's the ship's bridge. Leave. There we go. Right now there is one thing that I also want to display, and how this ship is going to deal itself in combat. So we're going to do a little bit of a fight scene right now, and we're going to take this ship to Argala Patrol, and that is just a mission with a couple of enemies that I like to do. Argala, there we go. I'm also going to display this unique ability, and some of you may have seen that ability in combat whilst you were drooling at this ship, as I am right now, because it is really nice to look at. It's just gorgeous. I don't know how this Tadari Raider is going to look like, because I haven't opened it up yet, but if it's something or anything like this ship, it's just gorgeous to look at. That is just awesome. That is just crazy. Oh, server not responding again? I think I'm downloading some kind of update or anything like that that is interfering with this. I think Windows is upgrading something on my computer. And hopefully I don't have to cut this video, because I really don't like that. Don't like to cut stuff. No, okay, we're in luck, finally. Don't have to cut this video at all. Okay, cool. There we go, wanted. Yada yada yada. I do want to say one thing before I start this combat. I haven't gotten any skill points in my skill tree, so I'm not going to do a lot of damage right now. And that is just because I haven't researched all of the skills that I want for my character, so I have 0 skill points in my skill tree, so don't expect me to destroy everybody. I'm not even gonna do a lot of damage to anybody, so so this is just a ship that I'm going to display for the visuals, not really a build. But it's cool. I mean, you guys don't mind, right? Here it's a good spot to have that entanglement platform in 3, 2, 1. And there it is right there. And it should pull both of these ships towards a central point. There it is, and it's going to explode. There it goes. And it also gives out that radiation cloud. And as you guys see, the ships that are like within that cloud tend to blow up a lot faster than normally. Because normally this ship is going to take ages to destroy these ships. Wow, nice! 9,000 damage without doing anything. But it is really good on the maneuverability. I mean, obviously you tend to kind of need a couple of like RCS accelerator that's going to help turn this ship a little bit faster, but it is what it is, you know. Now I also have a unique ability over here, the Proton Barrage, and that is because I have the Dyson Space Set. The 3 set pieces give me that, and that is also nice to see. Let me just target one of them, and then we can do it in 3, 2, 1. Boom! Those dots, those flare type deals that you see, that is that Proton Barrage, and that is just cool. That is cool. That is not part of these of this ship. It is just part of the space set. Keep that in mind. And hopefully in 12 seconds we're going to grab all of these ships and put them up real close to one another. And we're just moving a little bit closer this way. Here we go. In 3, 2, 1. There it goes. That is that platform. It's going to suck up everybody. And there it exploded. It did 19,000 damage to this guy. It's like a gravity well with a eject warp plasma. It's really nice. It's like, you know, it's 2 in 1. Also does radiation damage, and it also has like turn rate debuff, movement debuff, and it's cool. It's cool to see. You know, it's a little bit of radiation as you see in space, in combat. What else to display? I don't think there is anything else to be displayed. Just one thing that I really love to see each ship do, and that is that rock and roll. Here we go. That is just gorgeous to look at. That is awesome. There's a belly roll. That is just awesome. But anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. I'm going to cut it right here because I've taken enough of your time today, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you guys liked it, and stay tuned for the other one, the Tadari Raider. This one, the Tadari Raider, is going to be up next. So for now, I'm just going to say take care and hope to see you soon.